Well, do we have some drama in this round for you? We've got some motard racing before we get to the luxurious and brilliant circuit of Brno, where our championship rival takes a little bit of a tumble and we ourselves are able to prevail and keep growing that lead on the championship ladder. Okay, so let's get to some off-track racing. We need to look at what we're looking to do here. I think we're going to verse Bastianini. We could Rins or Quiles. We're going to go Bastianini. Right, let's jump down on to the track here. I still haven't fully got the hang of the motards. It's not exactly the most comfortable, I think is what I'd say, output in relation to the game, but we're going to work with it here. Bastianini is putting up a good fight. So is Quiles, going for a real strong move on the inside, sitting at Bastianini up there. We clatter into the side of him. And if lucky there isn't any track limits, because we did take a massive cut there. We're able to defend Bastianini. At this stage, he's still right there. He's still ready to have a good old bite of the apple, so to speak. Quiles is running away with it here. As we're defending, having a big step out of the rear. Bastianini's right on our rear, but we're keeping a very defensive line and managing to hold him off. But Quiles is running away with this. Bastianini's gone through. We're going to undercut to get Bastianini. We almost lost the front there. Bastianini had a bit of a moment from what I could see off screen. Not off screen, to the side of our screen. Now Alonso is ready to make a move as well. It really feels like we are holding up the field here, but they've got to get past, and I am defending as best I can. That's going to be Quiles through, not Quiles, sorry, Alonso through now. Not a huge amount we can do about that, but we are going to challenge and do a little bit of a push. That's giving Alex Marquez the potential to come back through as well. Alex Marquez is getting really pushy here. We're really holding up the field. Got to the side. And we're down. We've had a big mix-up there. It's held up a lot of the field. Gonna get going here. I'm gonna rejoin next to Jorge Martin. Bit of a pop of the wheelie there. Lap 3 of 3. I'm not entirely sure where Bastianini is at this stage. Quadraro is still hungry for position 8. Managed to put this, once we've let that field go, the field have bolted, so we do not have that pace. Bastianini is behind us, and that was our goal here for this little race. So there we go. Not the greatest, but we were still ahead of Bastianini, so that keeps us, in relatively okay stead. Okay, now it's time to jump into the next round. The next round is in Brno. So that is where we're going, and there's not that many rounds left in the championship now. Coming into the flyaway seasons here, which is looking quite good. Some of my favorite part of the season. And we're leading the championship, so we could be in for quite a good opportunity to win the championship here. Okay, so we jump down into qualifying. We're going to do our fastest lap here. Come into turn 1. Very easy to run wide, but it's a very good sweeping corner. Flick into turn 4. Running the bike out to the curbs, trying to keep that momentum going on these Moto3 bikes. I do tend to forget how wide a circuit Bruno is, and particularly with these Moto3 bikes, it can feel quite like a long circuit. It's going to crash somewhere in sector 2, but we should be clear of that now. Red sector at this stage, but it's a bit hard to tell considering we haven't had any other flying laps at this stage, so we are the first flying lap here. It's one of the favourite parts of the Bruno track. Turn 11 into turn 12. Can be quite easy to lose the front coming into these corners if you're not careful. And we power up the hill now to try and get ourselves into the final corner, the final series of corners, keeping, oh, you can see that twitch on the rear there. A little bit wide, so we would have lost a little bit of time here. Now we're just going to hang around the outside, put the throttle on and power all the way through to the line. And we've completed a 2:04.282. At this stage we are leading, but I don't know if any of the other competitors here in this Q2 session are going to be able to match that. At this stage we're just going to have to sit and wait and see. There's still a long way to go in this Moto3 qualifying session. It's saying that we're 7 seconds faster. That's got to be some glitch here with the AI. There we go. That's a bit more reasonable, bringing back down. And we're a 10th up in the first sector, so we could still get some more time here, which would be absolutely excellent. Heavy braking now, into turn 5, can be quite easy to run wide just as we've done so there, keeping it on the right side of the track. Limits not getting onto the green. Time slipped away from us a little bit here. Don't know if this is going to be a faster lap, but we've set a pretty strong banker lap at this stage of a 2:04.282. Oh, and we've gone down. We're down into turn 11, and that finishes off the qualifying session there. So let's jump straight down onto the grid.
Riders have completed.
Gonna go with the medium combination here. And we're off. Do we get an okay start? It's not too bad. We're still neck and neck with the two riders. Normally we're not as fast off the line. Giving ourselves the best opportunity of fighting for the win here. The waiter's going to run a little bit wide. We're going to try and take an inside line, or we'll just clip the rear there. Thinking that the waiter was going to come across more, I was going to try and get the undercut. But that did not seem to happen. We're going to brake heavy now into turn 3. The waiters just clipped the inside curb there, and we're able to nab up the inside of him to claim first position. That's pretty good at this stage. Look at our objectives. We're 42 points ahead of Fernandez at this stage. Fernandez in 31st, not 31st, sorry, I was reading his number then, not his position. He's in 5th overall, so we've got a good buffer over Fernandez too, but if we can secure another win here, this can be quite good for us. We're out a little bit wide. seem to be holding pretty strong. Hopefully the mediums are going to give us the longevity we need over these 6 laps. I would presume they should. I do think we could have made it with the softs, but let's play on the side of caution here, considering we are wanting to reduce the impact that Fernandez could have on that lead that we currently have on the championship. Another 209.791, so at this stage, not too bad for a first lap. Twitch there. Could have been very easy to go down, but at this stage we're 4 tenths ahead of the rest of the field, so they are still close by, so we do need to ensure that we don't make any mistakes here, because so far we're on a real good run here at this stage of the championship. It's given us a real big boost to our championship hopes. Just getting a little bit friendly with that inside curb there through turn 6. See, part of the beauty of this Bruno track is that you can take a few different sweeping lines, you can take lots of different sort of lines overall, and you're still in a pretty good position to be able to fight for the points, really. You keep these long sweeping corners in, and I do think it is a classic track of the MotoGP calendar, and I'm glad that it did come back this year. It's a very strong circuit, very conducive with good passing, very good racing is often produced here. It's a very beautiful circuit. The undulation has become back up the hill, horsepower hill. Well, there's been a crash in sector 3. Involving those three riders there, so Lanetta, Nepa, and I didn't get the third rider. Munoz has come across the line to get the fastest lap at this stage with a 205.051. We ourselves did a 205.153, so Munoz is keeping himself in this podium battle. Of course, we've had iconic moments here for Brad Binder in the sport, as well as Zarco. You know that famous quote of that, "We're motorbike racing, not dancing," when he had that clash with, I don't know if it was Pol Espargaro or Aleix Espargaro, one of the two. At this stage we're starting to stretch out that lead, we're starting to stretch it out to a second. Halfway through this race and stretching the lead out to a second is pretty darn good. I'm cautious of this turn 11 because that's where we went down in qualifying, which ended our qualifying session. So I'm very cautious to not lose the bike there, because if we throw away these points... Oh, I just realised something. Fernandez is not in the timing tower on the left-hand side there, so something has happened to Fernandez. At this stage, not sure what, if he's just had a mistake and run off the track and dropped out of the points, or if... Well, he's definitely dropped out of the points because we've got 53 points over Fernandez at this stage in the championship, so something definitely has happened there for him. Which at this stage, with 2 laps to go, we're starting to clear out from Piqueras now, and Munoz staying in those positions. Seems like everyone's still holding. It's not like there's, as you can see on the minimap on the left hand side, there is a breakaway of us 3 riders. We've got ourselves, Piqueras, Munoz, and then there's a bit of gap back to, I believe it must be Vitelli, I'm thinking. There's a little bit of a distance, but we ourselves have taken the lap record, or race record, fastest lap so far, with a 2:04.908. So we are showing that we're starting to put that pace down. Starting to turn up the wick on the pace a little bit here. Our tyres are going pretty good. We can't really say that anything much is happening with the tyres. 2 seconds at this stage. It's been a pretty average race, I would say, here for the viewer, but it has been a pretty dominant race on our end and is continuing our run of being able to put ourselves in the position to fight for this championship and give ourselves a strong hold on the championship. Done a faster lap now at 2:04.678. So even starting to get faster as these laps are progressing. A bit of a wobble there into turn 3. We're keeping it all together at this stage. Do not want to lose the points lead that we have here. There is that long lap penalty on the outside of turn 7, which we've seen a remarkable version of that done by Zarco here, so some very memorable moments at the Brno circuit. Back on the power, we are still pushing with the pace, so you can see we've done a 2:09 first, a 2:05, a low 2:05 to a high 2:04 to a mid 2:04. So at this stage, some pretty strong pace that obviously the rest of the field is not able to put up with. There we go, Fernandez is out. I just realised that on that timing tower there, so Fernandez is out of the race. So it's a bit of an interesting theme here. We had that original battle with Rueda at the start of the season, and it just kind of culminated in the rider being in the wrong place at the wrong time, and you know, things happened, but then the riders that we were versing just happened to fall out of contention and they just did not score points, and the same happened with Fernandez. This stage we did not go faster, but we did manage to do another 2:04 or mid 2:04, mid to high 2:04. Ooh, run a little bit deep into turn 1 here. Do not want that to happen too often. Okay, so we're coming into this final bit of the race here. Absolutely pulling ahead of the field, 3 seconds. Roweda has a track limits warning. We've absolutely dominated this race here in Brno and given ourselves the best opportunity to take a win. We were also handed a helping hand in the form of Fernandez crashing out as we're coming into the final sector now, putting everything together, not putting a foot wrong. Perfectly personified here as a perfect ride, a masterclass of the Moto3 race here in Brno. We cross the line to finish first here in Czech Republic. Okay, so that's us from Piqueras, from Munoz, from Batelli. Not too bad a performance from Batelli here. Let's have a look at what happened to Fernandez. He crashed out. He was doing a 206.275. So that puts us 53 points ahead of Fernandez from Munoz, Piqueras, and Roweda. So we're starting to creep away here. We're giving ourselves a good buffer on the championship, something that we should really look forward to using in the coming rounds. Okay, we've got the lead in the teams championship as well. So could we put ourselves in for a three wins here across the championship in terms of Riders Championship, Teams Championship, and Constructors in Moto3. The Triple Crown, as they call it. So if you've liked this one, guys, please make sure to like, subscribe. Check out the other videos here at the channel too. If you haven't seen out other videos of the Moto3 Career Mode, that will also be linked here in a little tab. Check out our other series as well. We've got the MotoGP A to Z series that you can check out as well to make yourself go faster around the tracks of MotoGP. And just keep enjoying the content. Check out other things. We've got our shorts going. We also got some more things coming up in the pipeline of content as well. So if you can, I really appreciate your time, being able to take your valuable time here and watching this and sharing this experience with me. So with that being said, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Please subscribe and please like the content. Let me know how things are going. Let's jump down into the debrief here. Okay, so we've got, they're talking about the engine, whereas I think from memory last time we went to preference of the engine. So I say we continue at this stage. Let's give it a little bit more power. Overall, the handling's going okay. So in Sachsenring, we said that we had some problem with the engine power. Is it still weak at this point? I think we'll change direction and go with throttle control. Power's okay, we just need a little bit more stability around that. So let's end that debriefing out. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like, subscribe, check out the other videos. Stay safe, have fun, keep living life, and keep racing on the racing line. See you on the next one. Ciao.